Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! A very good evening to you all and welcome along to the Carabao Cup second round clash. It is Grimsby Town against Manchester United for a place in the third round at Blundell Park this evening. I'm Russ Vernon, your match commentator, and I'll be guiding you through the action for this game tonight. And we'll get ready to take a look at the two teams then, shall we? Starting off with the home side, Grimsby Town. They will line up with Christy Pym in goal, Harvey Rogers, Tyrell Warren, Cameron McJanet and Gillian Sweeney across the back, Chris McEachran in front of the back four, Charles Vernon, Kieran Green, Evan Couray and Dara Burns in midfield. And leading the line is Cameron Gardner for Grimsby this evening. On the bench, Orton, Kabaya, Tunsil Bell, Amazula, Toure, Staunton, Brown, Crocodile, Sanderson from Bradford City, and Rose. As for Manchester United, then, who will have made a few changes tonight, including a debut for Benjamin Sesko from the start this evening. And then with Andre Onana in goal, Terry Fredrickson, Harry Maguire, Aidan Evan across the back line. Diogo Dallo coming in, Manuel Ugarte and Trudogo in midfield. Amad Diallo and Mateus Cunha behind Benjamin Sesko. On the bench, two goalkeepers, Bainda, Eaton, DeLicht, Mount, Fernandez, Xerxes on there as well. The main bench options, Casemiro and Brumo and Pedro Leon. As we get ready for kick-off in this game, Kieran Green looking to cause a shock in this match and help his side get off into the third round as they look to get this game, underway at Blundell Park. Big game here this evening for these two sides. I'm interested to see who will come out on top. As we get ready for kick-off then, in this big game then tonight, who will come out on top? Will it be Grimsby Town or will it be Manchester United who will see us into the third round? David Artella, Grimsby tonight's finish since 2005-6 season, last campaign, and he comes up against Ruben Amorim, who was not that good in Manchester United last season, it must be said, with the Europa League final, but lost out to Spurs in the final. As we're about to get this game off and underway, will be Grimsby who get this game off and underway, attacking the goal. Away to my right hand side in this first half here at Blundell Park. Nice sky coming over it now as we're almost set for kick-off. The floodlights are on here, and this is going to be a big game tonight. Grimsby Town against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. It'll be great to get us off and underway, and we're now off and underway back to his goalkeeper there, who goes all the way back there, Green, to Pym, who can send this ball forward. And in the midfield, there's Green, who picks the ball and looking for the run of number 22, Cameron Gardner, who can't get there for Grimsby. How to play with Boyd for the Football League side, who have done well thus far in this season, as Manchester United have struggled. A defeat and a win for Manchester United in the league this season. There's a ball over the top for Green to chase. He heads away by Aidan Evan. McGarty helps it clear, only as far as number 20 there, George McEachran. The ball out wide to this far side, crossing deep to the back post. Too much on the ball in there from number 18, Darren Burns, in there, who tried to get the ball into the penalty area, but good stuff from Grimsby Town next. And Burns got down the right hand side and whipped the ball into the penalty area and just over the top in the end and behind for a goal kick. But Grimsby Town, good promising start at the opening minute here for the Football League side against the Premier League opposition. Manchester United will be hoping not to succumb to Football League side knocking out Premier League opposition when tonight as they take on Grimsby. Performance from Daniel Farker's men, as is Patrick Dorgu now for Manchester United. Into Mateus Cunha, chipped in towards the back post looking for Amad Diallo. And Amad up against Sweeney, drops the ball back into Fredrickson. Gets the ball into Gobin Mainu, in with a move away from Manchester United. Back into Amad from Mainu, who goes down Amad and is cleared away, but I think a free kick has been given by the referee this evening. We'll give you the match officials in just a moment as we get ready for, as we watch this game unfold this evening. Match officials will be coming up very, very soon to let out who's in charge of this game. No VAR tonight in the Carabao Cup in any of the matches up until the semi-final stage in this game, or in this competition, should I say. If you're tuning in for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. Manchester United have an early free kick which Mateus Cunha is standing over this possession to take this free kick for the visitors inside 2.5 minutes of this game. He'll be whipped into the penalty area, goes round the back. A chance in there for Manchester United to win it. But I think a free kick has been given foul by Harry Maguire inside the penalty area, it looked like. Maguire may have just got offside, but he pushed over his man as well. So it did Benjamin Sesko. And Manchester United concede a free kick there inside the opening 3 minutes of the game. And remains Grimsby Town 0, Manchester United 0. If you're just tuning into us this evening, Grimsby will look to try and come out from the back as they will try and build up from the back. Grimsby against Manchester United. Tony Harrington. He's a man in the middle, assisted by Matt Wilkes and Stephen Meredith, with David Webb, the officially at Blundell Park this evening. You're tuning in for the very first time today too. The commentary too, or JB Sports, very much to allow you to be with us this evening. And we do thank you for choosing our coverage all over the game to describe Grimsby against Manchester United. Manchester United win a free kick, foul on Fredrickson there, who did well, Tyler Fredrickson, the youngster, to win his second free kick inside the opening 4 minutes of this game. A fast-paced start. Mateus Cunha just loses out in possession. And Grimsby give possession away, but they've won the ball back. And now there's Burns down the line. Feels for round ball, but only a free kick, only a throw has been given for Grimsby. Burns did well down this right-hand side. And Rogers will come up from the right back position to take this throw in. Midway inside the Manchester United half of the field. It's Grimsby Town 0, Manchester United 0 as Cunha finds Ahmad, who gives the ball away. Sweeney gets the ball forward with Rooney from Garner into the penalty area. Garner chips in towards the back post, Ogwed's it down. Not clear from Manchester United's penalty area. Vernon's there to keep the move alive. Charles Vernon does well. He tries to get the ball into the penalty area. He maintains possession for Grimsby Town. Ball whipped into the penalty area this time, headed away by Harry Maguire inside the penalty area. And a good stop by the Football League side in Grimsby Town, who have looked very good so far in the opening exchanges. Grimsby have done some good football in this opening. Coming across 5.5 minutes played. Still goalless if you're just joining us. They're in League 2. Grimsby currently sitting in 4th place with 11 points from the opening 5 games. 3 wins and 2 draws for the Mariners. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully enjoying our coverage today of the Carabao Cup. We'll keep you updated with all the other scores going off this afternoon or this evening, depending where you are across the world listening to our coverage today. But we are focused here on Grimsby Town against Manchester United. Fulham 2-0 up against Bristol City already. Brighton 2-0 up against Oxford United already 2. Everton still 0-0 with Mansfield Town. They played around about the same amount of time we have here today. Grimsby they started all 7 games this season for Grimsby, and he's the only Grimsby player to do so. That's Onana, who's back in the side today after missing out in the opening couple of matches in the Premier League for Manchester United. And Bayinda has been poor. Onana's been poor. They were looking at some of the mans who from Royal Antwerp, but he's dug on the offensive line for Manchester United in towards the penalty area for Benjamin Sesko on the edge of the box. Sesko's shot is blocked. Kunyu's shot is blocked as well. And Prim comes in, palms it down from going behind for a goal kickers. We'll keep you updated with the other scores. As I mentioned, it's Fulham 2, Bristol City 0, Oxford United 0, Brighton of Albion 2, Everton 0, Mansfield Town 0 at the Bill Dickinson Stadium. But here tonight is Grimsby Town 0, Manchester United 0 towards 7.5 minutes played in this EFL Cup tie. We are live on the Country Hub 2, JB Sports and my personal Twitch channel this evening. If you are wanting to listen to us this evening, thank you for doing so. I'll let you know if you're about to go out and now you can listen to us. If you're listening on YouTube, where to listen to us in your car while keeping your car unlocked. Unlocked as a ball in towards the penalty area is cut out as Grimsby tried to come forward. It was a ball from McEachran who was blocked off there. It's gone inside the penalty area now. Good bit of play from Gardner up against Diogo Dalot. And the ball is probably the ball did go out of play for a goal kick to Manchester United inside the opening 8 minutes of this game. It remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us. Russell then getting through the action as we watch Manchester United, Grimsby Town against Manchester United. Manchester United in their traditional, both teams in their traditional colours. Grimsby being black and white striped shirts, black shorts, black socks. Manchester United in their red shirts, white shorts and white socks as Ahmad now picks up the possession over on that far side of the Manchester United right as we look. And I guess it back to Fredrickson who will take a touch into Manu. And then Grimsby win the ball back and it's gone out of play for a throw-in. Came off of the number 8, Guarani. A bit of players from Grimsby Town who have started off well in this game. Fulham now 2-0 up against Bristol City. The score's coming across the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on TV, Brighton still 2-0 up against Oxford. And Everton 0, Mansfield 0. As Onana put the ball out of play for a throw to Grimsby Town, which is being given a good reception from the home faithful here at Blundell Park this evening. As we watch on this game this evening, will Grimsby be able to get past Manchester United and put themselves into the third round of the competition? Manchester United have won the ball out with Fredrickson. It's about 4 towards Ahmad and it's good out of play there well by the number 17 McJanet. And Ahmad is down on the floor. So the opening 10 minutes of this game is Fredrickson played that ball forward and McJanet come in and just cleared it in and just clattered into Ahmad and Ahmad stayed down there. When we let him Malice in the challenge from McJanet, he won the ball fairly and Ahmad tried to get there and he just ran into him. Only a throw-in has been given for Manchester United. And they've gone on with the game. Manchester United now as Maguire has possession just inside his own penalty area for Aidan Evan. Goes back to Amadou Onana. And now Fredrickson again has possession from Manchester United as he looks to win the ball out. He's giving the ball away, but Manchester won the ball back quickly there. That was the positional play from Manuel Ugarte to ensure Manchester United keep hold of possession. Here's Dorgu now for the Red Devils. And there's a good ball from Dorgu across there to Fredrickson. Back he goes to his goalkeeper, Onana, who plays it right footed downfield. Towards Benjamin Sesko, flicks on the air, and he goes into the path of Christy Pym inside the Grimsby Town goal. 11 minutes gone. It was still Grimsby nil, Manchester United nil. If you're just tuning into us this afternoon, or this evening, or this morning, depending on where you are across the world, as Grimsby look to play the ball down the field, out of play. They're thrown by Fredrickson. Try to head the ball down the field, but you only could end it out of play, and a Grimsby Town throwing to come. And a good start here from the League Two side. And there's a ball from Warren to Majana to gets it down the line there to Sweeney. The ball in towards the for Garner, who is saved by Andre Onana, who kicks this ball long, looking for the run for Mateus Cunha. And Cunha's in behind him. Mateus Cunha's had the penalty. Rogers there. Rogers, good piece of defensive work there from Harvey Rogers. He does brilliantly there, Harvey Rogers, to defend that so well and keep Grimsby Town in this game against Manchester United. He's 0-0 as Eddie Nevin has possession into Manuel Ugarte. Now Kirby Manu looks to spread the ball out wide for Diogo Dalot. Dalot now edge of the penalty area, goes into us. Cunha with the header is blocked inside the penalty area by Grimsby. Comes back to Ahmed for Diallo. Back to Ahmed again. Now Manu. Dalot once more. Ahmed again. Dalot again. Back it goes now to Fredrickson. Manu again. Back towards Fredrickson. But can he keep it till he can? To Maguire. Inside the centre circle. We'll just over halfway now. Going towards this left hand side. Finds Aidan Evan, who charges down the field. He's got Dogo outside of him, but the pass from Aidan Evan is too much on the ball. And he's picked off nicely by a throwing for Grimsby Town. He put too much on the ball there, did Aidan Evan. And it remains 0-0 between the two sets of watches. Ball again and Garner just offside. But the play was allowed to continue, and I was very surprised about that one when I saw that, if I'm honest. We're still 0-0 between Grimsby Town and Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. Interested to see how this game unfolds this evening. Who will come out on top? If you all just watched us for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. We really do appreciate you tuning in and choosing our coverage for the Carabao Cup this season. We'll be live here for majority of the games in the Carabao Cup. The only place where we'll not have the game from the Carabao Cup is the final here on these two YouTube channels. We'll move across to our other channels in terms of Storm FM and the main TC Hub channel, but tonight and the other rounds, as we did in the last round, will be live here on this channel as Grimsby have a corner from the far side. He's now whipped in towards the back post, and Norman just gets a touch on that to push it behind for yet another corner kick. This time to Grimsby Town, who have started off well against Manchester United. And Manchester United are now in the best of starts in the 25 season. They didn't have the best of finishes last season either in the matches that were played. As the corner back in from Grimsby headed away this time by Aidan Evan, the youngster. Ball back in towards the penalty area and just putted wide there by the number 21 for Grimsby Town. And Manchester United you've really got to say, Manchester United have really deserved nothing in this game thus far. They've been second best of Manchester United. Grimsby have been the better side in the opening 15, coming for 16 minutes of this game. If you are just tuning in for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. We really do appreciate it here on the Commentary Hub. Also on Commentary Hub 2, on Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports, and of course the channels of Storm FM as well, which we, no, Storm FM, my personal Twitch channel, should I say, as well as this Kobe Mainu for Manchester United, and now there's Ahmad Diallo charging down the far side, but Manchester United just lose out on Grimsby, win possession back. Vernon can't keep the ball in play there, and the ball goes out of play. It remains 0-0 between the two sides inside the opening 16.5 minutes of this game, and David Artell's side have done well thus far in this game against Manchester United, and you've got to say that Grimsby, you would think, in my opinion anyway, some people may disagree, some people may agree, and that's fine. Football's all about opinions, everyone has one. But for me, you'd think, with the way this game has gone thus far in this opening 17 minutes of this game in the Carabao Cup, that great side in this game, because Manchester United have yet to really get going in this game thus far. Still goalless if you're just tuning in for the very first time today, as we watch this game unfold. Is Grimsby Town 0, Manchester United 0, as the ball out wide to this near side, looking for Patrick Dog, who is too much on that ball there from Kobe Mainu. And Manchester United have yet to really get going, and Mainu is really move away, and you can see why, because he's not really been impressive in this opening 18 minutes or so in this game. Grimsby Town, who are doing well, to hold Manchester United thus far, as you'd think they were in my opinion anyway, the team who were in the Premier League, and Man United were the lower league side because of the amount of chances and possession Grimsby have had. Manchester decided to turn the screw a little bit and get a bit of possession and momentum in the last 5 minutes or so, but Grimsby have held their own thus far, as the ball is back to Christy Kim, who takes a touch and sends this ball forward. And Maguire was a pure fan ball, but Gardner's got better of him, and against Fredrickson now. And this is a good bit of play. Vernon outside on the far side, Charles Vernon in towards the penalty, and no foul there as Fredrickson got back at him, and tries to pick out Patrick Dorgan with a good cross field pass, and he tries to switch the play, looking for Emma, but there's a good piece of defensive work. Now Sweeney can come forward for Grimsby. This is good bit of play, this from Grimsby Town. Good ball to the far side. Vernon back in towards Sweeney. Gets towards the penalty. Showed too much to Maguire, but the ball bounces out of play off of the England international, and Maguire. And it remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us this evening. Big thank you for tuning in tonight. If you have tuned in, is Grimsby Town 0, Manchester United 0. If you're just tuning in tonight, really good to have you along with us. Manchester United have yet to really cause Grimsby any real problems. Grimsby yet to cause any real problems as well, but we've got to say Grimsby will be more comfortable in possession, in my opinion anyways. As Rodgers will line up this throw-in for Grimsby. A bit of movement here as Grimsby look to bring this ball forward. Remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us, and just a reminder, should we be level in 90 minutes tonight, we will have penalties in the Carabao Cup clash between Grimsby and Manchester United. As Agate finds Aidan Evan. Ruben Amorim will be open. Now it won't have to come to that for Manchester United. The opening will need to use the likes of Juan and Bruno. Mason Mount, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. With the side he's put out, you would expect this side for Manchester United will comfortably, you would have to say, beat Grimsby, but Grimsby holding their own at the moment, and they've got possession now. Grimsby, good bit of movement here, can they get it out? And they have. Here's Burns. Burns crosses to the far post, is Vernon, and Grimsby Town have taken the lead, and Charles Vernon has opened the scoring for Grimsby Town, and Grimsby have taken the lead. The League Two side has opened the scoring against Manchester United. And Manchester United are behind. Charles Vernon with the goal inside 22 minutes has given the League Two side the lead against Premier League Manchester United. And Manchester United have yet really to cause any problems. And Vernon there at the back post does well, he's unmarked here. Look at this one, Burns. He whips the ball to the back post for Vernon, picks him up, William takes it down and fires it beyond Andre Onana. And Manchester United find themselves behind inside the opening 22 minutes of this game. And Manchester United, their poor start to the season, is continuing here. Manchester United's poor start to the season continues. Grimsby Town lead against Manchester United at Blundell Park through Charles Vernon, and there's Christopher watching the ball go behind. But you've got to say, on the balance of play, Grimsby Town deserve their lead. It's Grimsby Town 1, Manchester United 0. And Ruben Amorim's side have been what I would describe as like lustre in the final third. It's a bit like what Leeds United were like yesterday against Sheffield Wednesday in the final third for Manchester United. And they deservedly are behind in this tie. It's Grimsby 1, Manchester United 0. And I've got to say that Grimsby, inside the opening 23.5 minutes, deserve their lead against Manchester United. In my opinion, they've been the much better side. Here's Evan infield to Manuel Agarte, good ball forward for Manchester United, but cut it out as Grimsby do well to win possession. Here's Burns. He gives the ball away to Mateus Cunha. Can he punish Grimsby now? Cunha. No. He counts his spin force wide. Diallo! Straight down the throat of Christy Pym. Too near the goalkeeper. And Christy Pym has made a close save there, and that's what he's been doing this evening. Comfortable stops. And Grimsby Town lead against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup, in the EFL Cup. Here on the commentary of 2 and JB Sports, my very own personal Twitch channel, @RustPVernon_92. There's some Champions League games tonight as well. We'll tell you about those at half time. But in the EFL Cup, it's still Everton 0, Mansfield Town 0. Mansfield doing well toward Premier League side Everton. A 0-0 draw at the Old Dickinson Stadium. Fulham 2, Bristol City 0. Tanner own goal and Raul Jimenez on target. As his Menu goes Sheshko. And Sheshko's cross is headed away by Rodgers. And there's a foul on the edge of the penalty area. And Grimsby have a free kick. As I mentioned, Grimsby 1, Manchester United 0. A goal coming from Vernon, Charles Vernon on 22 minutes. The difference thus far in this game. And it's Oxford 0, Brighton 2, with Scully and Gruder on target for Brighton in their game in the EFL Cup this evening. And we just see the goal again from Vernon. He brings it down well, and there's nobody in there to mark him. And then Onana, he won't want to see that back. He goes through him and into the back of the net. As Dorgo just watches this go out of play for a throw. He was actually having to watch that play actually. But Manchester United are deservedly behind in this game and not really been impressive tonight. They were impressive in the opening 2 Premier League matches, but the changes, I think, of course, Manchester United from the weekend, they've only had Dorgu and Cunha and Ahmad, I think, in the starting lineup. Is this Sechko now? Manchester United, and Benjamin Sechko's shot is blocked, and Grimsby will look to clear away downfield, and there's Evan who pumps it into the air, but the offside flag was up there against the front man Gardner. But Manchester United have been poor tonight. Take nothing away from Grimsby, they've played well, but I don't think it's Grimsby's performance that made Man United look bad tonight. I think Man United have just been bad in general tonight. He's the goal scorer Vernon. Good bit of work here. Here is the number 20, McEachran. Crossed in towards. Oh, it's 2-0. But no, it's not. Grimsby thought they doubled their lead through the number 4 Green. But our ball has been. It's announced it's decided for handball inside the penalty area. Green heads it down. And that's not handball. There's no handball there, and Grimsby should be 2-0. Gardner was to pull the ball in the back of the net, and there's no handball there. It's just his chest. That's his chest after me. And Grimsby should be 2-0 up here. Here comes Grimsby again. One ball into Gardner. Was that a goal wrongly, in my opinion, ruled out for handball against him? There is Vernon. Just keeping the ball in play. No crossed in. Cleared away this time by Fredrickson behind for a corner. And Manchester United were lucky that goal was disallowed there. There would have been very much more problems for the home side. And Manchester United have been poor tonight. Vernon it is who's taking the corner. The goal scorer there as we watch this ball into the penalty area. Vernon sitting over this corner and has been told to move back. Here is Vernon who takes his shot. He gets the ball back. Vernon. Vernon. Get there! And it's bundled in! And Grimsby have 2-0 up! Grimsby 2-0 up! And it's come from Owen! And Grimsby against Manchester United. Oh, 2 goals to the good. It was battling around inside the penalty area. And Warren on 30 minutes has put Grimsby Town 2-0 to the good against Manchester United. And Manchester United are poor defensively. You can see the same Burnham. It's a short on his rib back. But none that comes, don't get anywhere near it. And Warren just puts it in off his shin. And Grimsby are in control against Manchester United. They're pulling up and closing here. And Warren has doubled Grimsby's lead inside of 30 minutes. And Manchester United's start to this game has gone from bad to worse. 2-0 down against League 2 Grimsby Town. And Warren has just doubled their lead The Manchester United will look to try and get a goal back here. Here's Ahmad. That's a Fredrickson. Manchester United shell-shocked here now. Grimsby well deserve their lead. 2-0 to the gun. As you can see on your screen right now, with the goal scorers. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0, and you've got to say Grimsby have deserved this. None of us wrongly denying a goal for me. When he hit his chest. But Grimsby, wow, what a game this has been. Here's Ahmad now for Manchester United. And he's looking to try and help them get back into this game. They may need the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Joshua Zirkzee, Mason Mount, Casemiro, Brandon Buemo to change this game for them. Because this side out there, even though this should be good enough, they've been forced up on Setzko's shot is saved. And that's a good save by Pim and a comfortable save by Pim. But Manchester United have been nothing but short of being dire this first half. No real outlet up front. Setzko has been poor, in my opinion. Although the service has not been great up to him, but when he has been getting the service, he's not taking his chances. Should have done better with that shot a few moments ago. If Burns can't get there, the ball goes out of play for Aidan Evan for a throw-in to Grimsby on this near side. And Grimsby are 2-0 up. Against Manchester United. And they are deserving of their 2-goal lead. And they've won themselves a free kick again. Fouled by Manuel Agarte. On this near side. On green, elbow in the back. He said it was a shoulder charge. And Green, the Grimsby captain, has a word with Tony Harrington. Emmanuel Agarte is not happy with that one there. But I've got to say that this defending for Manchester United has been absolutely abysmal. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. We've approached the final 11 minutes of this first half. It's Burns and Vernon sending over this, but Burns moves away. Vernon again to take this one, whipped into the penalty, heads up and away. And he will break here for Grimsby to go back to Pim, who can just take a touch. And then he'll take another touch under no real pressure. And then send it forward down this right hand side towards Burns up against Dorgu. And Dorgu just wants to go out and play for a throw in. But you've got to say that Grimsby Town, he's had it up in 34 minutes, deservedly lead against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup or EFL Cup, whichever you want to call it. Here's Dorgu, and Patrick Dorgu's cross is poor. He tried to put it into the centre looking for the one of Benjamin Setzko, but didn't hit it correctly, and it goes behind us. We can give you the other scores. Half times now, it's Fulham 2, Bristol City 0, Oxford United 0, Preston of Albion 2, as we just see the goal from Warren again as the ball was whipped back into the penalty area, and Honor couldn't get there, and he bounces off and into the back of the net. I think looking at it again, as VAR had been there, that goal from Warren would have probably been disallowed, because it looked like he, see this again there, it looked like it come off his hand. But Grimsby, 2-0 up, they don't care. No VAR as they win a free kick here. Foul by Fredrickson, who goes into the referee's notebook here. Tyler Fredrickson, number 33 from Manchester United, goes into the referee's notebook. in this game, and you've got to say that Manchester United have been very, very poor this evening. It's got to be said. They've been poor defensively, they've been poor going forward of Manchester United. And Grimsby yet again have a good free kick in a dangerous position. Burnham sending over this one. So too is Sweeney, as he will look to get this ball into the penalty area. Burnham takes his shot to McEachran. McEachran will look to line up a strike. McEachran does. He takes a deflection back to Burnham. Howard, he goes to Burns. And here comes Burns again. Good work from Burns. Good cross. Flicked on across the face of the goal. It's cleared away. And here's Mano now. But Sweeney wins it off of him. He keeps the ball in play for Grimsby. It's coming again. Here's Burnham. Well, Sweeney put out of play for a throw, but Manchester United have been nothing short of embarrassing. In my opinion, you've got to look at this one from Wolverhampton. It's highest pick tonight. I'll show you through the side again in a moment. Right now, actually, it's Onana, Fredrickson, Maguire, Evan, Dallo, Menu, Agate, Dorgu, Ahmad, Cunha, and Sheshko. We've got to say this Manchester United side should be good enough to beat Grimsby. No disrespect to Grimsby. This Rogers could be playing closely. Penalty behind by Dallo for a corner, and he could have potentially left that then. Here go Dallo. And he said if he'd known, he probably would have done. There's Onana just having a word with him here, and Manchester United have not been very good defensively or going forward tonight. Rolling towards Green again in the near post. Makes for Venom on the edge of the box and goes down. Chance of Ahmad, no free kick given. As Mano brings the ball away into Dorgu. Scunyo actually brought the ball away to Dorgu. Dorgu now has possession. On this near side of the left. Good cross into a set score and it's cleared away. Rogers is second again at the head of Dorgu. He can and he clears the ball away. After a throw, Manchester United want to know foul on Patrick Dorgu. But Rogers won the ball there. And he goes across to check on the Manchester United man. Cunha comes across now to check on his Manchester United teammate. And he just helps Patrick Dorgu up there, does Mateus Cunha. Manchester United have a free kick. Dorgu will take to Agate. Now here's Manu. Now Fredrickson, who has been poor with the back for Manchester United, the youngster. Manchester United win a free kick here. Foul on Diogo Dallo. Well, Manchester United are 2-0 down, and you've got to say that Grimsby really do deserve this lead against Manchester United. But if you look at the Manchester United team, you'd be thinking we should have enough to beat Grimsby Town this evening. Manchester United have a free kick here with a chance to pull one back. There's applause going round the stadium behind the goal from Grimsby fans. Cunha with the free kick in, and he's cleared away inside the penalty, is it? This time it is. Only as far as Cunha again. Good ball back in, Cunha. Cleared again by Grimsby. The man was pulled down inside the penalty. Referee not giving it. Back to Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu will look to deliver a cross in towards the penalty if can work something well here. Dorgu inside to Manu. Manu chips the ball in. And Ahmad shots there by Payne, but the flag was up for offside against Ahmad. But the play will continue as Grimsby have possession and they're coming away with the ball now. If they can keep this in play, they can. Can they know who's had to play for a throw-in to Manchester United? We just look at this again. Mano back in and he is offside there. Ahmad, try the acrobatic effort. A good comfortable save from Christy Pym, who won with the game quickly as Manchester United. Cunha goal wins themselves a free kick. They take it short to Maynard, back now to Fredrickson. Manchester United with a guard inside the centre circle, trying to find a way back into this first half against Grimsby Town. We've got to say that Grimsby have been the better side and deserve their lead. He's over to the far side here now. And Dallo, good crossing to the penalty area. Sesko's there, headed towards goal, and saved by Christy Pym again. The best chance for Manchester fell to the new signing Sesko, and this one's one of the greatest opportunities you could really have. Benjamin Sesko, a comfortable effort, saved by the goalkeeper as it remains Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. Here's Aaron Maguire. We're both forward into Amon, and he's giving the ball away. Grimsby look to come forward down that far side. There, breaks for Maguire. A bit of movement here. It comes across now and it's cleared away. Good headed down here now, and he's headed out wide to the far side. Out for a throw in to Manchester United. A bit of play by Grimsby with that bit of movement coming forward there, but Grimsby deserve their lead against Manchester United, and they're leading by 2 goals still coming up towards the end of this first half. Here's Dogu. Low ball in is cleared away, and it's behind again for a throw to Manchester United. Dogu has it back from that throw in. He's way back to Evan, but then Burns wins the ball back for Grimsby, giving it back to Dogu, whose cross is too much on that. Breaks for Diogo Dallo, who keeps him move alive. Cover Menu. Dallo again. Running for a bit of play from Diogo Dallo. Gets it in towards the penalty area. Got a bit of movement here now as Manchester United just having possession well. Here's Aidan Evan. Wonderful bit of movement. Mateus Cunha has possession, and Cunha will line up for striking, will it? Cunha's shot is blocked. Takes a deflection out of play. It will be a throw to Manchester United. Mateus Cunha with it. Or will they leave it? Cunha, he does leave it. And he'll leave it for either Diego Dallo or Fredrickson. It's into Ahmed anyway, as they've taken it quickly. Menu now has it back. Crossing towards Shechko again. Burns can't get it away. Breaks for Shechko inside the penalty area. Breaks for Agarte inside the penalty area. Menu back in towards Ahmad, and too much on that ball. Through as we come towards the end of the first period of action of the first half, and Manchester United have been completely dominant in this first half, and they deserve it to Grimsby. Their dominant plays going on as they're watching on, and he's been beaten twice already tonight. He's been beaten 3 times, but only 2 shots have counted. Pym sends this ball forward, and head down. It will break in now for the ball to be pumped forward by Rogers. Out of play to the Grimsby fans, who will keep the ball as we've gone into stoppage time now at the end of this first half, where there's just the 2 minutes added on at the end of the first period here. And it's Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0, if you're just tuned into us here this evening. Wonderful bit of play, but Manchester United are second best thus far. Can Ahmed pull a goal back to try and change that went into the second half. Manchester United with Dallow with possession. Agate. Here's Evan. Back he goes to Maguire. Goes to Fredrickson. Forward he goes to Mateus Cunha. The ball forward here and Cunha again. Sheshko. Sheshko loses out as Warren can't get the ball forward. Grimsby man goes down. Free kick not given. No foul according to the referee is Amad Diallo. Ball out wide from Amad Diallo in towards the penalty area on the far side. We're crossing towards the penalty area. Claimed by Pimmels. Caught it comfortably there and remarkably well. In the end, as him sends this ball forward into the final 20 seconds or so of this first half remaining. Dogo has possession from Manchester United. Here's Agate. Back he goes there to Onana as Manchester United keep possession. And it's Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0 as the half-time whistle goes here at Grimsby Town. And you've got to say that Manchester United have been relatively poor in that first period. They've yet to really trouble the goal in a threatening manner, in my opinion. The headers and efforts from Seshko was tame, no real malice behind it or oomph behind it. At the break, it's Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. Second half just gone away between Oxford and Brighton, where Brighton lead by 2-0. Fulham 2-0 up against Bristol City till half time there at Craven Cottage. And at half time at the Ildekinson Stadium, it's Everton 0, Manchester United. Everton 0, Mansfield Town 0. I almost said Man United 0, but Man United are trailing here at Grimsby Town at Blundell Park. Join us back in around about 15 minutes time for the second half coverage, where we'll see whether Manchester United can turn this around. By the break, it's Grimsby 0. It's Grimsby 2, Man United 0. Can the Red Devils turn this around against the Mariners? We're shortly to find out. Grimsby 2, Man United 0. Welcome back to the Conjurup's coverage. As Man United to make 3 changes. Agate, Fredrickson, and Dogu are off. Delict, Fernandes, and Buemo are now on for Manchester United at the start of the second half. And Ahmad has moved back into the midfield role, it looks like, as we're about to get this game off and back underway in the second half. And we're now back off and underway in the second half. Manchester United trail Grimsby by 2-0, as you just seen there. And we'll give you the sides again in just a couple of moments. No changes for Grimsby as the floodlights are now back on. I think we've just been thundering and lightning near Grimsby's. Same as I've just seen there on the pictures as from our monitors. As I look away to my right hand side, as Manchester United coming forward is Ahmad, who loses out. Vernon just sends this ball towards Burns over on that far side. Aidan Evans is there to charge forward for Manchester United. We'll give you the teams in just a moment as here comes Evan again. Out wide it goes. I think that's Fernandes with the ball in. And Buemo at the back post. Header from goal by Cunha, cleared away. And Grimsby just managed to clear the ball upfield. And Aaron Maguire is there up against Gardner. And Gardner does well up against Aaron Maguire to make sure that the Manchester United defender can't bring it under his spell and fetched away. The Manchester United have started off well in the start of the second half, much better than what they did in the first half. We'll give you the two teams in just a moment at 2's time as we tell you the substitutions for Manchester United, which took place at half time in the game. We'll give you the scores in just a moment. The starting lineups again for the start of the second half as here comes Ahmad in towards the penalty towards Cunha towards, and Buemo can't give the ball in play there as the ball goes behind for a goal kick to Grimsby at the start of this second half. It remains Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0 in this game. Manchester United need to improve much better than what they did in the first half. Need to improve miles better in that game. Then some Champions League action tonight as well. Full-time score: Carabao 2, Fenerbahce 3. Carabao won 5-4 in aggregate to this Grimsby, charging forward too much on the connection from Gardner there to try and take it on for Grimsby there as Benfica won for the back chain 0 at half time. Benfica lead by a goal to 0 there. Club Brugge 5, Rangers 0. Club Brugge 8-1 up on aggregate. Rangers heading out of the Champions League this evening. And FC Copenhagen are 1 up against Basel. There as well, Brighton now 3-0 up against Oxford away from home. The third goal scorer for Brighton in that game is Gomez on 16 minutes. We'll give you the two teams now at the start of the second half. The Grimsby one is on your screens. No changes for them at half time. It's Pim in goal, Rogers, Warren, McJanet, and Sweeney across the back. McEachran, Burns, Green, Kure, and Vernon in midfield with Garner in attack. On the bench for Grimsby is Orton, Brown, Kabaya, Amazula, Adore, Rose, Sussel, Bell, Staunton, and Toure for Dave Artey outside in a 4-1-4-1 formation. As for Manchester United now, it's Andre Nana in goal. It is now Delict, Maguire, and Evan across the back line. It is in midfield now. It is Dallo, Menu, Agate, and Fernandes. Dallo dropped back into midfield as well with Cunha behind Sheshko in attack. The teams are behind Casemiro, Eaton, Leon, Mount, Xerxes on the bench. Now we'll give you the Man United team in full in the formation order in the moment as we see this ball forward towards Sheshko on the edge of the penalty area. Man United is on Nana in goal for them. It's Delict, Maguire, and Evan across the back now. For Manchester United is Ahmad, Fernandes, Menu, and Dallo in midfield, and Buemo and Cunha behind Sheshko as Grimsby charge forward with a chance to make it 3-0 as the ball is towards the penalty area. Ball laid across, chance for 3-0, and his arm ball is on the penalty area. The referee says corner only, but that could potentially have been a penalty kick for Grimsby at the start of the second half. the penalty, and the shot comes across. And he's out more by Aidan Evan. Let's look at this again. I've seen them giving, so across the top, over the arm, and that could be a penalty kick in the Premier League if we had VAR. Manchester United looking not to go and concede a penalty in the second half as the rain teams down here at Blundell Park. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0. The ball in towards the penalty. Put back into the penalty, put back in again. Wonderful bit of play from Grimsby this. Burns can't keep the ball in. Burnham can't get there either. Burns, good chance for Burnham now to keep on of possession. Rodgers, Burnham again. It was a penalty here, cleared away by Bruno Fernandes. There's Diego Dallo charging away with possession for Manchester United. He's got Mbeumo outside of him. Brandon Mbeumo, from a Brentford man. Can't pick out Cunha, who wins the ball for Manchester United into Ahmad. Ahmad into the penalty towards Cunha across. Chesko's in there, cleared away, comes back out to Ahmad. Penalty, Chelsea just wide. And Manchester United come close again at the start of the second half. It could have been 3-0 down had a penalty been given, and I think looking at the replay for the potential penalty that Grimsby wanted, it would have been a bit harsh. But what I will say is, if the Tarkowski one was given for Everton against Leeds, for Leeds to get a penalty, then I think that should have been a penalty there against Aidan Evan, in my opinion. Ball is if forward. Grimsby win the header. Good ball there. He breaks towards Green, who can't get there. Burns can't get there either. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0 as the ball from Warren is cleared away. Good start to this game here as Manchester United looking to put the pressure on Grimsby at the start of the second half. And if you can, do us a massive favour, if you are listening to us here on the country, to watch this ball towards Ahmad there as Manchester United look to keep possession coming forward. Well, the ball went out of play as we watch on here, and if you lose a massive favour, it's going across the bottom of your screens. Follow what the instruction says there at the bottom of your screens, as well as you can keep up to date with some of them. We'll do a review of this game on our TikTok tomorrow at some point as we walk, and we'll we'll tell you what the draw is. We'll do a recap of the draw with some key ties coming out from this afterwards. It is Maguire getting the ball forward for Manchester United for Manu. Is Delic back into Kobe Manu again, who was being with moves away from Old Trafford. Delic again down this near side. Ball in field for Fernandes. Fernandes does well. Back into Manu once more. Delict again. Good play from Delict into Ahmad on this near side. He's playing now the right wing back role, Ahmad. Into Mbeumo. Just keeps the ball moving for Manchester United. Back he goes to Manu. Now Fernandes. Ball in towards Manu again. He brings it down well, Kobe Manu. Ball across. And he's behind, and there's the interception from Burns, who can get the ball away to Rodgers. Rodgers has sent the ball forward for Garner, who's onside here. Garner in towards the penalty area. Garner with a chance to make it 3-0 if he can take him around Maguire. He does so. Still going Garner, pushes him and behind for a corner kick to Grimsby. Good play again from Garner there, and Grimsby Town, really good football here with Manchester United. The 6s and 7s defensively, again, even with the changes, and Maguire does well to force him. And let's look at this again. Yeah, that is a corner. Maguire saying he's not a corner. I don't know why Maguire's not saying that's a corner, because he's definitely come off you, Harry. The England international there, and Maguire, the ball came off there. Dave Ortell is watching on as his side lead by 2-0 against Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. As the corner comes in, breaks in towards the penalty. Ahmed is there to try and charge forward for Manchester United, but it's too much on the ball, is it, to keep it in? No, he does well to keep it in there, Ahmad. There will be too much on it, but I think with the rain, he's just slowed up the run of the ball to make it stay in play for Manchester United as Menu finds Fernandes. Delict now for the Red Devils of Manchester United into Bruno Fernandes. Back into Matthijs Delict and now Amad Diallo. Amad gets it back to Delict. Delict will look up as Manchester United look to try and pull the goal back here inside the opening 10 minutes of the second half. It remains Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0. If you're just tuning into us here this evening, the ball is in towards the penalty area. Can they come away with possession? And they can. And Grimsby can't keep the ball moving forward as Burns will try to get Gardner in behind them. That's a good bit of play from Grimsby, just lacking the final ball in the end there for the Mariners. For Manchester United with Fernandes in possession, trying to come forward again here now. Gets the ball through into Dallo. Helped on. Sheshko goes down. Is that a free kick? The referee says yes. It was Cunha went down, not Sheshko. There's a Grimsby man down to us. Tony Harrington, along with the players, getting soaked because of the rain, as we see a lot of surface water come up there as Cunha went down. And you've got to say this could be a potential for this game to be abandoned because of the weather. We'll have to wait and see. I agree with the tweet here that I've just seen come through from Grimsby Town. No, Grimsby Town, a Manchester United reporter of the Manchester Evening News, which I'll read in just a moment after this free kick from Manchester United, which will be taken by Brian Mbuemo, the substitute who came on at half time. And Mbuemo with the cross in. Evan is there, he heads it over the top of the crossbar. And the name is George Smith, who says the rain just about sums up this Manchester United performance. The Reds, Manchester United, are very lucky not to have conceded again at the start of this second half. And you've got to say, he's speaking the truth there, George Smith of the Manchester Evening News. And George is a good friend of mine, and it does speak a lot of sense, to be fair, as we see Grimsby trying to make a chance here and make it 3-0. Burns is pulled down there by Dallo, but the advantage is played as Grimsby still have possession. Rogers back to Burns again. Burns with the cross towards the back post for Vernon, heads it down and into the grateful arms of Andre Onana, sends it forward. Because of the rain, the ball bounces out of play for a throw-in to Grimsby Town. And I think it's because of the weather that ball bounced out like it did, because I think otherwise, Manchester United would have kept hold of the ball and kept it in play. But because of the rain and the bounce of the ball is why it went out like it did there from Andre Onana's ball forward. I'm going to blame the ball or the weather for Manchester United's performance now, but Man United, before it started raining, absolutely poor. It's Oxford 0, Brighton 4 now. Everton 1 up against Mansfield Town in their game as well. We'll give you the goal scorers for those games in just a moment after we watch this Manchester United attack, but Grimsby just defend well. Pym sends this ball forward, looking for Garnou's challenge against Everton. Garner's won that header and he breaks for him again. Wonderful run here from Garner. Can he keep the ball in play? He just does about that, and Everton puts down for a throw-in here as he, from Manchester United, for Grimsby, but the referee and the linesman has given the throw the opposite way. So the ball initially had gone out before the ball was put out, as one of them is looking drenched down there, not happy there. Is Alquez with the goal for Everton on 51 minutes. And his Tizimaz with the goal for Brighton. 4 different goal scorers for the Seagulls at Oxford United tonight at the Kassam Stadium. I did tell you at half time, Rangers were losing 5-0, 8-1 on aggregate against Club Brugge in the Champions League. I'll tell you if there's any more goals there in just a second, as the ball is cleared away by Grimsby's. Manchester United trying to come forward again. Here's Amad Diallo this time for Bruno Fernandes. Sends the ball in, headed away there by Grimsby. Sweeney's in there to go only as far as Manchester United man in Mania. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes into Amad Diallo. Diallo, good ball in towards penalty for the lift. Back to Fernandes on the edge of the box for Cunha, who shot his block, comes out. So there's a penalty and there's a free kick. Fouled by Harry Maguire on Garner, who does well to relieve the pressure there. It is Club Brugge 6, Rangers 0. Club Brugge 9-1 up on aggregate there. And it's still Copenhagen 1, Basel 0, and Benfica 1 for the Fenerbahce 0 in the Champions League this evening. What a game we are bringing you tonight. The Manchester United trailing by 2-0 against Grimsby Town. Grimsby Town of League 2 beating Premier League opposition in Manchester United. And I've got to say, Manchester United deservedly lead trail here. And Grimsby have just been better. 6-0 and should be 3-0 up in this tie and in this game, really. To be honest with you, Manchester United have been lacklustre this evening. As you can see on the screen there, the goal scorers and the timestamps for the 2 goals for Grimsby Town, who have given everything tonight. Their side, they've left everything out there on the field of play. And Grimsby just clear the ball away as Manchester United try to go forward down that far side. And he's picked up here by Bruno Fernandes, who was on at half time. Fernandes towards the penalty into Brian Mbuemo. Good ball into Amad Diallo. Amad is in an offside position there, and Manchester United very, very poor there now. And Man United's final third action has just been poor, and they're making some more substitutions here. Manchester United, they're going to the bench again at the start in the second half. They've already made some changes at half time in Mbuemo, Fernandes and De Ligt on at half time. The Manchester United are coming forward again. Here's Cunha inside the penalty area. Mateus Cunha. When Mbuemo's shot is blocked, comes to Diallo, and his ball back towards Cunha is cut out. Grimsby defending well, resolutely. Superb defensive play. Rangers are down to 10 men, it seems, in Club Brugge, where they trail by 6-0. Now on an aggregate, and they are. Max Aaron sent off on 8 minutes. So they went the man down 1-0 down on 5 minutes, and the man down on 8 minutes since then. Here comes Manchester United with Amad Diallo, who looks to try and create something here. He breaks for Fernandes, shot was saved, and Ahmed can't get down the follow-up as Pim claims it well. And you've got to say that was a decent effort from Christy Pim there to keep on of the effort from Fernandes. Unleashed the shot there, Bruno Fernandes. The watch came up with the ball and he bounced with the watch coming off it, and he bounced up, and it was hard for him to keep hold of. We did well there, did the Grimsby goalkeeper. As Grimsby make a substitution here as number 30, Vernon, the score of the first goal, is being replaced by Brown. Tui is also coming on here as well for Grimsby Town. And Vernon, the score of the first goal, getting an innovation by the home fans, and it's the captain Green will be replaced by Tui here now. And Mason Mount is about to come on here for Manchester United. And Mason Mount will replace, in this game, number 26 for Manchester United, Aidan Evan. So defender off, midfielder on, and attack-minded player on here for Manchester United. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. Here's the scoreline as we watch this game unfold here, as Grimsby still lead 2-0 against Premier League opposition. Is League 2 Grimsby. There's the confirmation of Vernon and Green off, Brown and Tui on. As the ball is played forward towards Brown down this near side. Up against Harry Maguire. Maguire watched the ball go out of play for a goal kick to the Premier League side as confirmation of Mason Mount's entrance in place of Aidan Evan there as Manchester United are trailing by 2 goals as Menu sends this ball forward. The ball bounces through as he's into the grateful arms here as he bends down and picks the ball up as Sheshko was closing him down of Christy Pamers. There and it's now 5-0 to Brighton of Albion. Dismas with the goal on 77 minutes, his second of the evening. And Brighton's 5 away at Oxford. Brighton advancing to round 3 against Oxford United. Here's Ahmad for Manchester United against Grimsby Town. Good ball into Kobe Manu. Good ball in, and he's just headed over the top there and behind. Will be a goal kick, will be a corner, and the referee is giving a corner kick here to Manchester United. Ahmad's there, brilliant bit of playing to Kobe Manu. His crossing was headed behind by what was in there. Manu. The lift. His cross is blocked out for a throw-in. But Grimsby 2-0 up against Manchester United. Deservedly so here at Blundell Park. As Grimsby Town have played magnificently. They've gone in front and defended resolutely. Man United have been lacklustre in trying to wear them down, and you've got to question the character of the Man United players. Here's Mbuemo. Now is Ahmad with the cross into the penalty area, headed up and away, bounces out for a goal for a corner kick to Manchester United. Here is Mason Mount with a cross there to take it. Maguire up from the back. Looks as though Diego Dallo is dropped back into the 3-man defence with De Ligt and Maguire as the corner comes in from Mount, who's now looking to be playing the left wing-back role. Here's Mbuemo for Manchester United. In towards Mason Mount. As he back across goal and just cleared away only as far as Burns, who can try and help it clear it. He just keeps the ball and playing since Garner away. As he is running from Brown is that. Yes, Brown does well. He goes down. No free kick given. He wanted a foul. So did the Grimsby fans. Nothing given by the referee though, Tony Harrington. Brian Mbuemo. Shot forward. One for running from Mbuemo. Good ball into De Ligt, who fires it just over the top of the crossbar at the end. And a decent effort from him there. Mbuemo there as a ball is hit over the top by Matthijs De Ligt. And it remains Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0. In this game. Big scoreline here and a shock on a League 2 side now a Premier League opposition. Everyone thought the biggest shock of the round would be at Hillsborough with Sheffield Wednesday, Gladys club Sheffield Wednesday of the Championship knocking out Premier League Leeds United. However, you've got to say this game is the biggest shock based on the positions, the teams in the leagues where they are, in my opinion, but it is only my opinion. And here comes Manchester United with Dallo into Mount. Fernandez back to Mount again. Wonderful challenge from Rodgers there, back defending well for Grimsby. And he makes on the run with Garner, who gets it through to Rodgers again, but Garner was just in an offside position as the ball came up to the striker. Good build-up play though, just the final ball was lacking. Manchester United are still trailing here by 2-0 as Cunha now tries to help out in. Mount he's now got possession over on that far side. Back to Mateus, Cunha in towards and Brim around the back and headed down, cleared off the line. Sheshko is there, can't get there as the ball is cleared away. Comes out to Kobe Manu, whose effort goes wide of the target. And Kobe Manu, so look at those. Grimsby will make another substitution here. Kabaya, the number 9, is about to come on for Grimsby Town here. As we have just got the official attendance into us this evening for this game. And we'll give you the attendance on the screen in just a moment. Here this evening, as it's Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United into the final 90 minutes or so left to play. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. If you're just tuning into us here, as Grimsby on the charge again, can they make it 3-0? Shot comes in, and they have made it 3-0. And Grimsby Town have made it 3-0, have they? The flag is offside, it will not count. And the free kick is taken quickly from Manchester United. I want to look at that again. I don't think Baines was offside there as he ran through to put the ball in the back of the net. In off the ball, Baines comes forward now. And Manchester United, this ball is for behind Mason Mount. But it's still 2-0 to Grimsby. Look at this again. Dorner, he's offside. But Baines, and it's Dorner who runs onto it and push it in. And he's offside, Dorner there. That's the credit here from the referee. I was going to say from the linesman, as we can give you the attendance here tonight. And the attendance at Blundell Park this evening, 8,647. 8647 is the attendance at Blundell Park this evening, who are seeing Grimsby Town beating Manchester United. And for me, having seen that incident again there, which was given offside against Garner, should not have been given because it came off Maguire, who tried to kill the shot away and just got the direction wrong. As here come the two substitutions here. Is Garner off for Kabaya, and it's McEachran off for Clark Adore, who was only signed by Grimsby Town yesterday from Bradford City. So Gardner and McEachran off, Kabaya and Adore on, and Clark Adore signed yesterday from Bradford City, makes his Grimsby Town debut today against Manchester United off of the bench. And here from Grimsby Town down this near side, it's Brown running towards the penalty area. Shot is blocked after a throw-in. And I mean, seeing the disallowed goal here, which would have made it 3-0 here to Grimsby, I don't think that goal was. I don't think he was offside there, as Grimsby with Sweeney about to take this throw-in here. Ball thrown down the line. He's pierced round ball as the ball is played in. Manchester United just keep the ball. He just managed to keep the ball and players in. No, the referee says not. Throwing. And De Ligt is going. Where is De Ligt going here? Where is he going? Where is he allowed to go here, De Ligt? He should be right near the corner flag. He's walked towards the edge of the penalty area. Still that throw in there, did Mateus De Ligt. Now about with Andre Hernandez, Caballero closing him down. And he's been out of play for a throw in here to Grimsby Town, and Ruben Amorim side are less than 16 minutes away from crashing out of the Carabao Cup at the second round stage. The stage they entered in due to not being in Europe. There's Binder who made a mistake against Arsenal and just placed for the Clippers. And Bremer! And Bremer's pulled one back. And it is game on now. Ryan Mbeumo for Manchester United has pulled one back. And Manchester United have scored a goal here, which has made this a very interesting final 15 minutes of play. Wonderful bit of play. And Bremer runs through, cuts infield, bends a shot behind. Use the number 17 of Grimsby Town as a shield there. The Janet and fires it into the back of the net. It's Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 1. With around about 15 minutes left to play. Brian Mbeumo pulls one back for Manchester United. And Manchester United now could find themselves very shortly back on level terms if Mbeumo gets on the ball again and does something similar there. But Grimsby have been the better side tonight. Manchester United, from my opinion, do not deserve anything from this tie other than to go home at the second round stage. Just a reminder, if needed tonight, we will go to penalties if required this evening. As Grimsby charge forward here now, he's giving the ball away. Can Manchester United come forward now? It's Ahmad. He's got Fernandes outside and he's found Bruno Fernandes. Back to Ahmad again down this right hand side. Rolling towards the penalty area. Too much on that. Mason Mount can't keep it in. He's behind for a goal kick to Grimsby. And with 13 minutes left to play, it is Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 1. What a game we have had tonight. In this game, Manchester United are trailing by 2 goals. There's a man down here for Grimsby. We're seeing some treatment team. The referee will add this on, I would imagine. He's got to add it on here. In this game, as we watch on as the Grimsby players come across, taking the fluids on board. So to the Manchester United players, just as scores around the doors, latest scores: Benfica 1, Fenerbahce 0, Club Brugge 6, Rangers 0, Copenhagen 1, Basel 0. In the Carabao Cup, it's Fulham 2, Bristol City 0, Oxford 0, Bristol City 6 is the latest score. Everton 1, Mansfield Town 0, and Grimsby 2, Manchester United 1. As Harvey Rodgers is replaced by Reece Staunton, and Staunton on the weekend played on the left hand side of the back four. Tonight he has come on at the right hand side of the back four. Some extra versatility there as Rodgers is being clapped off, sending invasion as he walks round the side of the pitch towards the dugouts as Pym takes his goal kick for Grimsby. Long downfield, flicked on there by Staunton, and he's helped on. And Caballo's in behind if he can get there. He was onside. Caballo was onside there. The linesman on that far side has got it wrong yet again. Caballo was onside as that ball was flicked on. There, in my opinion, Manchester United with Maino coming forward now. Surely they can't equalise, can they? And turn this game around in the last 10 minutes. Diego Dallo. Ahmad. Dallo again. We'll play this from Manchester United. Dallo. And Buemo, the scorer of the Manchester United goal. Ahmad's away from Staunton, who's come across this left-hand side. And he clears the ball downfield. Ahmad wanting a foul against him. The referee said no, play on. And he almost stopped and argued. And there's a man who's been brought down there, who's Clorcador, who's fouled there, and he's done well there, the Grimsby new boy. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 1. And the ball is sent forward here. Brilliant control by Kabay, but he's backing in, and then Dallo should be booked there for me. Kabay's just stood there, not attempting to go for the ball. He's allowing Dallo to take the free kick, and Dallo just comes up and pushes him. 2 hands. That should be a foul against Manchester United, and the free kick should have been given the Wes. Delayed with the clock, saying he's blocked. And there's a good bit of movement to keep the ball in play there from Burns. Man wins it off him though. But Burns does well to get back at him and play it off of the Manchester United man. And England international Mason Mount will give it to Sweeney, who's moved across to this side as Ahmad is coming off here for Manchester United to be replaced by Joshua Zirkzee. Then now the Dutchman comes on for Ahmad as Manchester United are going for this, trying to take it to at least to penalties. Full-time scoreline is Oxford 0, Brighton 6. That result is in there. Tommy Watson was the scorer of the 6th goal for Brighton. Zirkzee can't get there. Can Manchester United clear the ball away from danger? They can. Only as far as Fernandes though. Menu back to Bruno Fernandes. Mason Mount. Menu, Zirkzee. Gets it back to Harry Maguire. Across to Diego Dallo. Dallo down the line to Mateus Cunha. Cunha gets the ball forward to Fernandes, who gets it into the penalty. Clorcador heads it away for Grimsby. Fernandes keeps the ball in. And he keeps the ball moving. Looks like a foul in there. Can Grimsby get the ball back? They have. And they've won a free kick there of Grimsby on the edge of their own penalty area. And what will that do now? They will slow the tempo down, take the sting out of that there, and then the back four have a bit of a breather there. Full time, Fulham 2, Bristol City 0. The scoreline there. We're all approaching the 83rd minute in our match this evening. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 1 is the scoreline in this game this evening. Will Manchester United find a way through to get us to a penalty shootout in this game? Or even turn this game around? Is Fernandes. Diego Dallo now for Manchester United, over halfway on this near side. He plays it infield for Bruno Fernandes, who will look to come forward. The Licks now has possession. He moved across to that left hand side in the last few minutes. Dallo across to his right hand side. Fernandes is there towards Dallo, but can Dallo keep the ball in the Portuguese international? Just about he does. And fans, and Buemo gets the ball forward by Fernandes into Sesko inside the penalty. Sesko goes down inside the penalty. The referee is wanting a foul inside the Manchester wanting a foul inside the penalty area there. And the service water will stop the ball from being played by the Grimsby man there away. It's still 1-0 between Everton and Mansfield. Everton leading by the Alcaraz goal on 51 minutes. In the Champions League, it's still Club Brugge 6, Rangers 0. Benfica 1, Fenerbahce 0. Copenhagen 2, Basel 0 is the scoreline. Here's Xerxes now. Menu. Here is Embuemo's cross to the back post. Come off Delict, behind for a corner, or did he take deflection on way? It looked like come off Mateus Delict in there. We didn't come off the Grimsby man in front of Delict, and the man come off his stayed down here. Number 18 Burns, who's been helped up kindly there by Mateus Cunha and Harry Maguire. Good sportsmanship from the two Manchester United players. Now with the corner towards Maguire at the back post, sends it back across, and is he scrambled in? No, wonderful save on the line by Pim. Brilliantly. Grimsby save it on the line. Wow, 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 what a save that is there. Wow, what a save that is on the line. Grimsby still lead 2-1. We edge towards the final 4 minutes of stoppage time here. Wonderful game this has been. Yeah, Oxford and Brighton, Mike, yes. Thank you for that. Mike, I'm not surprised they're getting beat, to be fair, man. Grimsby have been by far the better side tonight. As Maguire now can come forward as a foul on Kauri, who's down here. And the League Two side with a free kick. Xerxes with the yellow card. Joshua Xerxes for Manchester United picks up a yellow card here. For that foul there. As we see this again. Kauri knocks the ball away. And then he just trips him up. And deservedly goes into the bum there. Manchester United have been poor tonight. Grimsby deserve this. Ball into the penalty, headed away again there. Did it down. And now is Cunha inside the penalty for Manchester United. Mateus Cunha across is blocked. And it goes behind for a corner kick. Very, very close to naming my player of the match. Who will it be at the back there? Will it be a Grimsby player or will it be Man United player's Mount? Sends this ball in and it's gone behind, but the referee will want this corner kick to be taken again. Pushing and shoving inside the penalty area. As we get ready to give you the match, Mount is in towards the penalty area. There's more pushing and shoving inside the penalty area. The referee is stopped again. There's a yellow card come out here, and the yellow card has gone towards Sweeney, I believe, here. Let's look at this again. No, the yellow card has gone to the number 17, Michael Janet, as the ball comes back in. And it's in! Manchester United have scored! It's 2-2. And it's Harry Maguire from the corner kick. And Manchester United, the Red Devils, they always find a way to get back into things if they aren't playing well. They always find a way. And that's what they have done. Maguire with the goal. 88 minutes on the clock. Well, 89 minutes on the clock, actually, when that goal went in. And Harry Maguire has got Manchester United back on level terms. And this is something that Manchester United do not deserve this evening. Manchester United do not deserve this. Grimsby have one last chance, potentially to get something from this game. Xerxes there for Manchester United. Menu, Sheshko, ball cleared away. Out of play he goes for a throw-in to Grimsby Town. Can Grimsby find one last chance to potentially win this? Otherwise, if it's a draw in this game, we will head to penalties. The player of the match is being chosen. We'll give you that shortly. Staunton. Good bit of play. He gets the ball back against Staunton. He wins his side of throwing here. And he does as we enter a minimum of 5 minutes at a time at the end of this game. Staunton for Grimsby Town. Takes the throw in quickly. Still going up against Xerxes this time. Up against Embreno. Staunton with the cross in. It's too wide, high and wide. We're not at all handsome there from Staunton. And it's behind for a goal kick for Manchester United. There is Diego Dallo. Send this ball forward. I agree, Kevin. Man United deserve nothing in this game. Here's Mateus Cunha now for Manchester United. Out wide to Brian Mbeumo. Mbeumo charging forward. Cunha. More cross in. It breaks. Grimsby can clear it. And they can get it downfield. Cabay up against Maguire. And Cabay's got the beat of him. Maguire pushes him over. Moves him out of the way with the arm across him to make sure he can't get to the ball. Fairly from Maguire though that time. And we can give you our player of the match now. And it will go to Grimsby's number 21, Terrell Warren, who scored Grimsby's second as the ball is headed away this time. Juan McJohnatu has played well at the back alongside him. We are into stoppage time and Manchester United have a corner kick and a chance to turn this around and win it. From 2-0 down, Manchester United, could they end up winning this game now? It will be the corner which Mason Mount will take in towards the Delict's in there. Waits for Manu, but he can't keep the ball in play. And Manu's not happy. Manu is not happy there. And Manchester United, from the brink of being going out with 15 minutes to go, and Bremo pulled one back. But Grimsby have had chances. They had a chance here, which Maguire played back, and gone as this now goal 72 minutes, which, in my opinion, having seen it again there, should have stood. If Manchester United go 3 now, the referee and the officials have robbed Grimsby of a place in the next round. And that should be a foul to Grimsby, who is only a throw to Manchester United. And Manchester United have gone really quickly. The Grimsby bench on top with Valverde now. Agree with them, that should have been a free kick to Grimsby Town. Grimsby 2, Manchester United 2. Can Manchester United somehow find a winner here before we go to penalties? What a game this has been. Fernandez with the ball in towards the penalty area. Grimsby getting away. Caballero is there. Crocodile's there too. And Grimsby, that should be a free kick to Grimsby. Referee says play on. As Briggs went down, as Burn went down inside the centre circle. That's another foul on Grimsby. Referee waves play on from. Here's Mount now inside the penalty area for Manchester United on the left side. Crossed in, just over the head of Sheshko, headed away. Breaks for Cunha's to the penalty. Mateus Cunha. Back to Mason Mount. Mount's with the cross in. Takes him on the back post, can't get there. Picked up by Bremo. And Bremo does well. Takes on his man. Pulls the ball back to the edge of the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes shot is blocked. Mateus Delict blocked again. Grimsby putting bodies on the line here now. Grimsby are putting bodies on the line. Brian Mbeumo into the penalty area for Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko cleared away. Messi up let's go, and it's over the top of De Ligt. Matthijs De Ligt fires over from 2 yards, and that really should have been the winner for Manchester United. Ball into the penalty area, and he breaks for De Ligt inside the 6-yard box. We could only fire over the top. That could be the last chance of the game for either side to win it in normal time. It looks like we'll be heading for a penalty shootout at Blundell Park. Unless there's one last chance for either side to win it. Maguire yet again steps up at Manchester United to keep Man United in a tie. And we are heading for a penalty shootout. Penalties will follow our game this evening. What a game of football we have witnessed. Manchester United were 2-0 down at half time. They were dead and buried. Through Werner and our player of the match, Warren. However, Mbeumo on 75 minutes. And Harry Maguire in the 89th minute sends this game to penalties. We are now awaiting a penalty shootout, and we will be back in time for the penalty shootout to begin. Who will come out on top at the end of this game? What a game we've had here tonight. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. And if you're watching this tonight and you've enjoyed our coverage, please do us a massive favour. Please like and subscribe to this game or to this channel where you're listening from. We'll bring you the penalty shootout coming up shortly. Who will come out on top in that penalty shootout? It's finished here. Grimsby 2, Man United 2. Just a quick break before the penalties begin. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. After 90 minutes, it goes to penalties. Everton have won against Mansfield 2-0 there. Alvarez better with the goals. Fulham 2-0 winners over Bristol City. And Oxford United 0, Brighton and Albion 6. We're now going to get ready for the penalty shootout this evening. Who will come out on top in the penalty shootout? Will it be Grimsby Town or will it be Manchester United? Man United have been poor tonight, and I must say this, they do not deserve a chance in my opinion, to have a chance to be in the Carabao Cup still right now. I do not know how Man United are still in the Carabao Cup. Grimsby faced up from the penalties with number 9 substitute Kabaya to take the first one. James Kabaya to take this penalty kick for Grimsby Town up against Andre Onana. Grimsby against Manchester United. Here, can Grimsby score? Kabaya! He scores! And Grimsby 1-0 up in the shootout. He sends Onana the wrong way, but Onana gets an hand to it and deflects it in to the back of the net. And it's 1-0 to Grimsby in the shootout. Bruno Fernandes, you may remember, he missed the penalty against Fulham at the weekend. Can he score at Blundell Park this evening for Manchester United? Bruno Fernandes to keep Man United, put Man United on level terms here. Fernandes steps up. I don't think he looks confident. He does, you know. He did look confident, and he's 1-1 in the shootout. Bruno Fernandes sends the keeper the wrong way. He sends him the wrong way there. And now for Grimsby Town, it will be number 18, Burns, to take the next penalty kick. Dara Burns for Grimsby. Pull them 2-1 up in the shootout and pull them 2 from 2 in the shootout. Burns up against Onana. The referee blows his whistle. Johnny Harrington. Burns steps up and he scores as well. 2 from 2 from Grimsby Town. 2-1 up in the shootout of the League 2 side here at Blundell Park. And now it is the turn of Brian Mbeumo for the shootout for Manchester United to keep them in this. Brian Mbeumo, the summer signing from Brentford, with a chance to make it 2-2 in the shootout. Mbeumo steps up, scores for Manchester United. It's 2-2 in the shootout. Fernandes fist pumps the air there as he saw that one go into the back of the net. And now, next up for Grimsby Town will be number 29, Clark Adore, the lap man who signed from Bradford City only yesterday evening. Clark Adore for Grimsby Town. Yes, Andre Onana. Clark has missed. Saved onto the crossbar by Andre Onana. Advantage Manchester United if they score this. Clark Adore misses the penalty in the shootout for Grimsby Town right now. He's not happy with himself there. But can his goalkeeper, Christy Pym, keep out Mason Mount? Or will Mount give advantage to the Premier League side in the shootout? Mount steps up for Manchester United and scores for Manchester United. 3-2, the Premier League side lead in the shootout. 3 from 3 for the Red Devils. Pym went the right way, but there was too much power and too much placement in the corner from Mason Mount. And now it is Staunton, the substitute, off of the bench, the defender. Crocodile was a winger. Can Grimsby get back on level terms here with Staunton? Staunton, he can score, and Grimsby are back on level terms. It is 3-3 in the shootout. Man United have a kick to go, or 2 kicks to go. So if they score this, then they have a chance to try and level it, and Grimsby need to save the final one. Crocodile so far is the only player who has missed in the shootout. Diego Dallo walks up here from Manchester United, the defender. He places the ball down to Diego Dallo. And Dallo will take here for Manchester United. Diego Dallo steps up for the Red Devils and rolls it into the bottom corner. It is 4-3 to Manchester United in the shootout. Grimsby know now they need to score this to have a chance to stay in the competition. And it is number 23 who will take this penalty kick for Grimsby, Henry Brown. Henry Brown needs to score here, otherwise Grimsby could be curtains. He does score. Henry Brown. It is 4-4 in the shootout. So now it rests here on Mateus Cunha's shoulders. Cunha knows if he was to score here, Manchester United would win the shootout 5-4 on penalties. If he misses, we will go to sudden death. Cunha for Manchester United to win it. And he's saved! He's saved! It's 4-4 in the shootout! Wow, wow, wow. What a game this has been. Mateus Cunha is missed. What a game this has been. We're now into sudden death. We're now into sudden death now, guys. 4-4 in the shootout. Cunha missed there. So step up now for Grimsby Town. The number 17 for Grimsby right now is Cameron McJanet, the central defender. And he scores for Grimsby Town. He scores for Grimsby Town. It's 5-4 in the shootout. What will Patrick Dogu, no, he's not Dogu, it's Joshua Zirkzee here now. Zirkzee needs to score this. Otherwise, Manchester United will be out of the Carabao Cup to League 2 Grimsby Town. Zirkzee with a chance to potentially keep Man United in this. Will he do that? Zirkzee steps up. He does do that. 5-5 in the shootout. What a game this has been. What a game this has been. Toure, the other substitute, next up for Grimsby Town. Geza Toure, number 15 on his back, has a chance to make it 6-5 to Grimsby in the shootout against Manchester United. He does make it 6-5 to Grimsby Town in the shootout against Manchester United. Manchester United need to score this And the man who's stepping up for Manchester United now, who needs to put this in the back of the net, is Kobe Mainoo, the Englishman. Will Kobe Mainoo score here for Manchester United to keep them in this game? Or will Grimsby prevail in this shootout penalty here? Kobe Mainoo for Grimsby Town. For Manchester United, 6-5 Grimsby lead. Mainoo steps up and scores for Manchester United. It's 6-all in the shootout. And next up then for Grimsby. Next up for Grimsby Town will be number 3 Sweeney. He played left back most of the evening. Towards the closing stages he went to right back. He's had a terrific game today, Sweeney. Can Sweeney score here to keep Grimsby in this game? Jaden Sweeney, he has to score here. Sweeney, he has to score. And can he score? Yes, is the answer to that question. 7-6 in the shootout to Grimsby Town. And now it is a man who saved Manchester United in normal time to take us to penalties. Harry Maguire to take this penalty shootout penalty. Maguire. Can Harry Maguire keep Manchester United in this penalty shootout and this tie, or will Grimsby get through here? Maguire to keep Manchester United in this tie. He steps up, right footed penalty, and scores into the left hand corner of the net. 7-all in the shootout. Harry Maguire there with that penalty, perfect penalty. Only one person has missed so far. Number 8 now for Grimsby, Curry. Evan Curry has a chance to put Grimsby 8-7 up in the shootout. Can he score here to keep Grimsby in this time? Curry, he can score, just. Oh no, he gets an hand to it, but he goes into the back of the net. 8-7 Grimsby Town lead in the shootout. Grimsby are doing brilliant here in the shootout. The bottom polka dots. Next up for Manchester United, Matthijs de Ligt, the central defender. He has a chance here to make it 8-all in the shootout, and de Ligt does make it 8-all in the shootout. Pim never moved, and de Ligt makes it 8-all. And now it will be Warren, our player of the match, the scorer of Grimsby's second goal in this tie, to put them 2-0 in front. Warren to score again here, maybe against Onana. He's only beat him once this evening, and he's beat him again. It is 9-8 Grimsby Town lead in the shootout. And Claude Coudreau will be knowing now, if he'd have scored his penalty, Grimsby would already be through. Which is now Benjamin Sesko, the summer signing from Leipzig, to keep Manchester United in the tie. Benjamin Sesko steps up, and Benjamin Sesko scores. 9-all in the shootout, and we will continue again. What a game, what a shootout this has been. Manchester United and Grimsby Town still going. It is 9 all in the shootout, and it's now the turn of Christy Pym, the goalkeeper for Grimsby, and Christy Pym scores for Grimsby Town. It is 10-9 to Grimsby in the shootout, and it's now the turn of Manchester United's goalkeeper, Andre Onana. Onana steps up, Onana scores 10 all in the shootout. Wow, what a game. And it's back round now to Cabana. Goes to the full circle again now to Roberto Cabana and Fernandez, the next two kick takers for Grimsby and Manchester United respectively. They both scored earlier on. What can they do second time around? Will they go the same place or will they change position from where they went last time? Cabaya for Grimsby Town to make it 11-10 on penalties. And he can do that. 11-10 on penalties for Grimsby. He's now down to Bruno Fernandes against Christy Pym. And Fernandes score here now for Manchester United to keep them in this tie, or will he miss a penalty again in space of like he did on Sunday this evening? Manchester United need to score this penalty. Fernandes needs to score this penalty. Bruno Fernandes steps up against Christy Pym. And Fernandes scores against Christy Pym. 11 all on in the shootout. We could be on here all evening, the way this penalty shootout is going. And next up, it will be Burns. And Onana's been told to get back on the line. Burns here for Grimsby. Some of Grimsby fans call look, they're hiding behind the programme and turning away. Burns here now. He's already scored once against Onana in the shootout. And Burns scores again in the shootout. Pushed into the net by Andre Onana. And it is 12-11 in favour of Grimsby Town in the shootout. What a game of football we have seen tonight. Onana couldn't keep that out. And it is now Brian Mbeumo for Manchester United. And can Mbeumo score here to keep Manchester United in it? Or will Grimsby win it? Mbeumo steps up. He's in the crossbar. Grimsby Town have won it. Grimsby Town have won on penalties. And Grimsby Town have knocked out Manchester United in the penalty shootout. What a game of football we have witnessed here at Blundell Park this evening. Manchester United bow out of the competition. Grimsby have knocked them out. They didn't need a Christy Pym save. He hit the crossbar. Did Brian Mbeumo. And Grimsby Town have knocked out Manchester United in the shootout. 12-11 in the end. What a game of football. Grimsby 2-0 up and cruising after 30 minutes. Well, I'm going to hang on with 15 minutes to go. But Mbeumo pulled one back. And then Maguire salvaged it. Manchester United and took them to penalties. But Grimsby Town, they stood firm and they prevailed in the shootout. Full time at Blundell Park. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. Grimsby win 12-11 on penalties. Wow. What a game. What a moment for Grimsby Town. League 2 Grimsby have knocked out Manchester United of the EFL Cup, or the Carabao Cup, whichever you want to call it. Manchester United are out of the competition. In the first round when they entered it, it was the second round in total. The first round when Man United came into the competition, but Grimsby have done, and they have prevailed. Full time at Blundell Park. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. Grimsby win 12-11 on penalties. Right. That's all we have got time for this evening here in the shoot, here in our coverage this evening. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to bring you the draw for the third round of the Carabao Cup. Thank you very much for listening to our coverage today. And what a game this has been. Full-time scoreline. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. Grimsby win 12-11 on penalties. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. And see you again soon here on the commentary up to JB Sports and my very own personal Twitch channel, Russ P. Vernon _92. More of the team here. Thank you very much for listening. And we'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye for now.